guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Taurus for November 2023. Keep in mind time is fluid, so this message may resonate at a different time, or it may be something that's coming up in the next month. I heard the near future, so take it how it resonates for you. Guys, for all my subscribers, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. You guys mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like it resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join this journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. And before I get into the cards, I do just want to say that no matter what messages come through today, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. So use that power wisely, my friends. But also, I'm just going to take a moment to call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, as well as any of my spirit guides or your spirit guides that would be for the highest good of the entire collective. I ask them to join now. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it as well, to use me as the clearest channel possible, as well as delivering messages that are for the farthest reaching, excuse me guys, but only for the highest good of all of us, okay? No second-rate messages today. So I first off have the Messages from Life by Mario Dugue, and we're just going to start off with a little bit of advice here, spiritual advice for this month, and I know it's at the end, so it'll be the month going forward, or just whenever you watch this. So we have a card that fell out, and I love this, is Stand Tall and Strong. It says, I do not allow myself to be carried away by negative thoughts. I strive to be positive. I face all my challenges with strength and courage. I will not be denied or turned away. I live each moment in joy and peace and leave my future in God's hands. I believe in life because life believes in me. And this is really important, as well as what I heard is standing up for yourself, as well as acting tough is what I heard, but acting strong. And this is where I feel like it could even come down to places or times where we aren't feeling our best, or we are needing to be strong in our convictions, and there may be a place within us that questions our ability to do this, and Spirit's like, absolutely, you are strong enough to carry on with your mission, to carry on with what you're doing. And what I also heard is threefold. You are so much more stronger than you know. So this also, what I heard, is comes back to our actions on this earth and how we treat people is what I heard, and that's what I heard with this threefold as well. So let's see what else we have here. Spirit, what other messages would you have for Taurus, please? And I actually think that I didn't necessarily go in order with this, so here we go. We have Dance with the Rhythm of Life. I should have been doing Aries reading right now, and Taurus, you guys I was so much more called to do you guys. So Aries, if you're watching, I apologize, but I really do feel like this is where we're meant to be. Or maybe I already did Aries. See, I'm a little bit conjumbled, and I feel like this is where you could be too, where there's a bit of confusion going on. So we have Dance to the Rhythm of Life. Today I rediscover the joy in my heart. I cease to cling to things I do not need, to things I do not have, and to things that I am not. I no longer struggle against life or simply endure it. I regain a positive attitude. I appreciate and accept life as it is. I live according to the will of God and see the magic of love everywhere in life. Just a minute, guys. Okay, what I also heard, apologies guys, my kids are home today and they're playing their games and they're talking a lot, and I feel like there's a lot of distraction, and this could also be for you guys. There could be something, there's a distraction around you, or you could have people around you who are talking a lot. So what I heard is this is going to be to use a discerning mind, and as well as trying to just kind of like drown out the background noise in some way. So I'm going to also use the Keeper of the Light Oracle here, just to find what Ascended Masters are here, because I think that it's really important. Like it said, we no longer struggle against life to simply endure it. We're going to keep a positive attitude throughout whatever this is. And the card that came out here is Faith, and it's humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. As well as we have Transcendence with Lord Shiva that also says, rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. It is important as well to tell you that this is Archangel Michael's counterpart. So you are being guided to stand strong in your convictions, moving throughout whatever happens with you in life, and doing this kind of like in a magical way. And I think it's really important. What I heard is to stay open, my friends, to not close ourselves off. Because Spirit is sending you messages. I heard they could be sending it through synchronicities. They could be sending messages through song synchronicities. But that if you look here, she kind of has like, it reminds me of that figure 8 of the infinity symbol, that there is cycles and cycles right now, that what I heard is just go with the flow, because there's cycles closing out, but there could be new cycles starting, and this is stuff that's all written in the stars. This is part of the divine plan that we have. So we're being asked really to stay in the positive, to keep our faith, and to know that whatever is happening along our path, there's something here for our higher good. And what they're suggesting to me as well is, even in difficult times, we are transcending these difficulties. So it is important here, definitely. With faith, it does tell you to stay calm, okay? Just a second, guys. Okay, I am back, guys. So let's get a message from the tarot here, and this is the Lord of the Rings tarot. We'll get a little tarot wisdom. What are we needing to stand tall and strong for? And you have the Ten of Swords in here. So what I heard is, it is in the reverse, but this could be the end to a difficult battle. This could be as well within our own internal thinking. What I heard is sharp words as well. Someone around you could have used some pretty sharp words that have wounded you. This could also be your own negative self-talk, okay? So let's get a little bit more information. And you have the Six of Swords. Moving past something difficult. The words I heard too were some mental health. And the bottom of the deck is the Hermit. So this, I heard, is, for some of us, this is not keeping things to ourselves. This is knowing that, for some of you, you may have been, what I heard is kind of in a time of cave or hiding, because you've really needed to work through some things that have been plaguing you. And Spirit saying, you know, as we're dancing through this rhythm to life, it's asking you not to cling on to the negative, to try and stay in the positive. For some of us, especially if we are struggling right now, some of us, I heard, we could be overwhelmed. If we've been struggling, it could be a whole lot harder to stay in the positive, because right now there's words have cut us. We feel like there's daggers in our back, and our brain just won't shut off. And I'm feeling like there's a lot of requests here for some stability. So this, I do feel as well, as if you need to talk to someone, this be a friend, your lover, a counselor, a co-worker, do this. Do not keep it all bottled up within. There's also importance to the energy that you're learning about yourself while you're in this period of study. And I think that it's going to be where we really kind of need to analyze, as well as whatever thought loops we've been in, or whatever it is, this hard time that's kind of put daggers in us, whatever these words that could have been cutting as well. This could have been multiple people's ideas or actions is also what I've heard. And this is where it's like, we're going to rise up. We're going to transcend. For some of you, the words I heard was bullying. Somebody or a group of people could be trying to bully you, and this is why you're standing strong, because, you know, you may not agree with their stance or their point of view, and rather than, you know, just being mature about it and realizing we're not all going to have the same points of view, you've got someone around you who is like, no, if you don't agree with me, I'm just going to browbeat you until you secede or say, yeah, I agree with you, you're right. So this Hermit card, please tell me more about the Hermit, please, Spirit. And this is where you definitely have Lord Shiva and faith here. The card that flew to the ground is the Seven of Cups. And I think that there's been a lot of confusion. Definitely, as well as what I'm picking up on, is if you have been within a romantic relationship, it feels like it's been emotionally manipulative. And this person or group of people, whatever it is, has led you to believe that if you don't fall in line with what they're saying, or if you're not going to engage in this conversation, there's many other people who will be willing to. And I do feel as well like this situation is really, I heard it's downplayed your self-worth, but it has also been detrimental to your self-worth in some way. So the Seven of Cups, I think, comes down to a choice, as well as, first off, are we focusing on the empty cups? Are we focusing what's in these cups? as well as they're bringing me to this reference, like the alcohol reference. It is reminding us that we get to choose how we deal with our difficulties, especially with this transcendence and rising up and to stand tall and to stand firm. If we're going through a lot, for some of us, we may turn to drugs, or we may turn to alcohol. We may turn to something that's just going to numb our pain so we don't feel it. But all this is going to do, Spirit's reminding me, is prolong it. Okay? So what I heard is that saying that misery acquaints strange bedfellows, but those who are miserable, they're not... They're looking to add that, or they're looking for someone like that in their life. So you definitely could have someone that no matter how much you've tried to cheer them up, no matter how much you've tried to get them out of this cyclical thinking or these, what I heard is non-stop thought loops, you are not them. So we have the bottom of the deck here, which is the Seven of Rings, which is very interesting considering the Seven of Cups. And there is also choices here with the Six of Cups on how we're going to get back to what I heard is stasis, how we're going to get back to a state of fulfillment. So the cards that flew out here was the Knight of Rings. And if you look here, this Knight of Rings, he's moving forward. This would be the Pentacles, moving forward, but he definitely is looking behind at the shadows cast behind him. We have the Page of Wands here, ready to go, ready to set out. And I do feel like the task, what I heard is the task at hand is much larger than this particular page. And then you have the Hierophant here, and this is truth. This is something, what I heard could be legal, but this is something also very spiritual in nature. So what I heard is don't look back, you're not going that way. And there's a few things, because I also heard like somebody could be kind of using situations from your past like to emotionally manipulate you as well, or knowing about things that have happened and using these kind of negative thoughts to try and keep you in line is what I've heard, okay? And the transcendence part on this is, I feel like finally there's going to be a point where for some of you I heard like there's gaslighting or things like that, or somebody again with this manipulation saying it's okay, like if you don't want to, you know, to do what we're doing, that's fine, I'll find someone else. But this is definitely making, what I heard is like there's making you feel jealous as well here, and making you feel like as well you're not the only commitment. Now this could be as well reminding you to choose your commitments carefully, regardless of whether it has to do with love or whether this has to do with work, because these are lots of different things that could be important to us in our worlds, okay? Our families, our friends, our jobs, our house, right? A lot of different things, housing, a lot of different things that we need to have in this material world that for some of us, what I heard is we may need to realize where are we going to funnel the resources in. So they're telling me a little bit, like some of us could be really worried about money as well. This is something that it's been really difficult, and this is where Spirit's like, you need to speak up and tell someone, because we need to, especially right now, what I heard is like Christmas season's coming up and things like that. Maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, right? But if you do, this is really stressful time of year, because presents ain't cheap, yo. And this is where the Spirit's also like, yeah, but retrain on what is the meaning of Christmas, because a gift can be handmade. A gift can be a letter, it can be a picture, it can be also you telling someone, listen, I don't have a lot of money right now. How about, you know, this year we don't have presents, but we do something else instead, and something that's going to be a lot more fulfilling with the Six of Cups on the bottom. And when I picked this Six of Cups up, underneath it was the Eight of Cups with the Emperor in reverse. And I do feel like, to me, this right here speaks to, this Emperor can be quite controlling in the reverse, right? What I heard is as well as have some nasty tactics, because again, they're wanting to stay in authority. And this could be where you're realizing, you know, in order for me to find happiness and to get back within myself, what I need to do is let some of these cups go. And this could be that we're holding on to a lot. For some of you, this Emperor, like what I heard is this could be father healing as well. that, you know, there's things from our childhood that are bleeding into our waking days, like our day-to-day, and this is going to be a place where, you know what, we realize that when we finally find contentment, when we finally move past the confusion of, you know, what fills our soul, what lights us up, and what direction we'd like to go, then we're willing to let go of things that don't fall in line with that. So this Knight of Pentacles, he's going to trudge forward. And I am going to actually get a message from the book on this one for you. So let's see what we have here. We're going to the Knight of Rings, so the Knight of Pentacles. And this one is Faramir. And it says, the knight rides into your reading as with a command. Pursue your mark with kindness. Just as Faramir led with a compassionate heart, you are being advised to move through your quest by taking the high road. Be fair even if others are not, and make choices in line with your personal ethics. Don't compromise who you are or what you want. Absolutely, right? Moving forward towards the things we want to do without compromising who we are, with not forgetting your ethics. And this again is like, as well as if you have someone, this could be a work situation as well, like where you have someone wanting to fall in line with what they're saying, and you're like, but I don't agree with that. And they're like, well, it doesn't matter, we need the votes, or we need majority here, so why don't you fall in line? It's like, no, because I don't support that idea. I have my own belief systems. So standing tall and standing firm in who you are, in your truth. They're coming at me with this, like, you know, as a kid, people used to say, so if someone told you to jump off the bridge, would you do it? Because sometimes maybe we did something someone told us to, and why did you do that? The only answer we had was, well, they told us to. And this is stand strong in who you are. And what I heard is, as well, is really resist that peer pressure, transcending that peer pressure moving forward. So I'm going to get a little bit, oh wait, they want me to clarify the Page of Wands. Let's clarify this Page of Wands, please, Spirit. Thank you. And you get the Page of Rings with Page Cups. These, interesting, the only page we don't have is the Page of Swords. So I do feel like there may be a conversation that needs to happen right now, but it's not happening. I think it's also not happening, though, because you have people around you who don't want to have the conversation. They want you to do what they want you to do, and you're like, no, that's not the direction I want to go to, and that doesn't sit right with my heart. We know that we have the power on our own 2 feet, right? Fingers, hands. We want to make something happen. We have that power. We can make things grow. The Page of Cups, I almost feel like this looks like Gollum a little bit, kind of like somebody lurking in the background hoping that you're going to slip up, is what I heard. For some of you, what I heard is you may be entrepreneurs, or this is like business, small business stuff as well, and you are really being guided to create whatever you're looking to create in your own way. Nobody else can tell you how to do things. They're giving me an example of tarot, okay? There's a lot of different ways people can read tarot. We can set out a spread, and a lot of people use the Celtic cross. And for a long time, I thought that, because I can't, I mean, I'm sure I can now, but I get so confused when I set this spread out on what these things all are. Right? What they mean, where they are. And I found that this is my way of reading cards. I don't necessarily need to have a spread, but there are people, they find it much easier. Does that mean that one of us is right and one of us is wrong? Nope. And I think that that's where you're going to have to really pay attention here on when you're moving forward. For some of you, this is you're not sharing secrets with anybody. Okay, you have learned some knowledge about yourself and how you want to go, and you're keeping this to yourself because potentially you want to make sure nobody's going to ruin it. What I also heard is the words usurp. So you don't want someone to take your idea as their own. So they're like, oh man, if any of you guys have watched the movie 13 Going on 30, like where I think it's Jenna has like this really great idea she wants to do, and her partner sells her out, right? Because she realizes she's been selling them out the whole time, and she's going to get this underway first, right? The idea is great, and she's just going to take it and present it as her own. So there could be a lot here where you're not telling anybody, because in the past someone has betrayed you, and you're going to make sure that you're going to get the credit here for whatever success has been earned. And I feel like as well, this is just the beginning steps here. But with this Knight of Rings here, it is reminding you again that how you go about things is important, right? We've got these ideas, we've got these plans. How we set ourselves into motion is important. And this reminds me of the Tree of Life. And also here, having this guy with growth. We want to make sure we're setting our roots deep so that when the wind blows and sways us, we're not going anywhere. We're stable and strong. So I feel like you're going to know what this is, and if it doesn't resonate, it's not for you, my friends. I'm not being given many more details, and I'm being asked to move on. So I have the Sacred Self-Care Oracle here. And Spirit, what would be some self-care practices that could help us throughout this process we're going and help us transcend with faith? How can we transcend? I heard the blockages, right? How can we transcend the blockages and stand strong in our truth and integrity? So I want to show you the bottom of the deck is to connect with the earth, right? Grounding, get outside, smell the air. It doesn't matter the weather. You also have spend time with animals and to connect with fire. For some of you, what I heard is with the fire, this is definitely get around a bonfire with your friends. And, you know, fire can be very, very healing and mesmerizing. I'm also being told that to be very intentional with this fire. So this could even be to light a candle and ask Spirit to help burn up any negative energy or unhelpful energies around you. But I also feel like this is that if you need to, I heard write a burn book or something like, not burn book like we're burning people but more like things that we know we need to let go of. So with this Eight of Cups, what do we want some help removing from our world? Because fire is clearing. Fire is definitely clearing. Who or what do we know it's time to let go of? Is somebody holding us back from our mission? This really speaks to me as well with the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Rings, and the Seven of Cups here, as well as somebody wanting you to fall in line with them. That there's somebody here who you being your own person is threatening, because you're pretty powerful and strong. And whoever's trying to diminish your worth or your strength, they know that. They know you're strong. How are they going to beat you? Well, not by their own means, because they're not strong enough. But they're going to browbeat you, is what I heard. Or they could try and attack your self-worth. They could tell you that whatever product or project you've been working on, it's not good. It's never going to work. And then again, it's because they want to take it. Or they just don't want to see you succeed. So this is really kind of looking within our worlds. Is there places that need clearing? Have I been putting them off, and why? So this to me as well speaks of getting outside, taking a walk, getting in the forest, quieting our mind, and just getting away from it all, as well as this spending time with animals. For some of you, I heard you may be a vet. You may also rescue animals. You may have a farm. You may just have pets. Or this is, you know, things like putting out a bird feeder so that you can watch the birds come, and you're doing something to be connected and interconnected with nature. As well as I'm seeing this owl, and there is significance to the stag here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nope, 8 points. There's 8 points on these antlers. And again, this is that infinity. These are these loops. For some of you, I feel like your whole life you probably have had a stronger connection to the animal kingdom, is what I'm hearing, or the animal world. But this is also connected in our into the ethers, connected through our crown. So there could be a real significance with you for 8s. Again, I'm hearing keep, and this could be journal it, because this is the bottom of the deck they're showing me underneath that. But you may want to keep a dream journal. You may be getting some pretty powerful messages in your dreams right now, as well as if you are getting number or sign synchronicities, or if you're getting musical synchronicities, you may want to write that down. So first off, you're not forgetting, you can check them out. Check out the angel numbers as well. But this could also be looking up lyrics, because they may be really, really helpful for you. Okay? And what I'm hearing as well, before I do anything else, as I heard, is just read the energy. Trust yourself to do this as well, and trust the authority within yourself on this spiritual journey, essentially. Trust that you know the way. Your heart's going to choose the right thing. Don't second guess yourself. So my suggestion here is, if we do have a choice to make as well, or what I heard is we maybe have to choose allegiances as well, or that there's a move we need to make in the physical, but we're confused in our heart on how to do it. Give yourself a couple exercises in terms of, my birds are really noisy back there, guys, sorry, but give yourself a couple exercises where you pick a couple choices, and you could even just pick 2 objects. Okay, so I have a piece of rose quartz with me, and I'll grab the box, okay, and I'm going to assign something to each one and pick choices. Okay, so this could be dinner, easy example. Maybe I want to have, I don't like chicken parm, but I'm hearing chicken parmesan and lasagna. Okay, maybe I'm going to make dinner. I have some pasta sauce, I've got some cheese, and I got some chicken, and I have some stuff for lasagna. And I'm not sure which exactly. Right away, my spirit guides are like, lasagna. But go and just attach this to, let's say, lasagna. This is chicken, and put your hands over it. And how do you feel? Where does it feel in your body? Which one are you being drawn more to? Do you have an emotional reaction? Are you having a reaction in your stomach? Because a lot of times what I feel like as well is, if we know we're making a choice that is wrong for us, our stomach is going to clench. And it's going to say, no, I don't want that. What will feel good to you and loose, and what feels like the path of least resistance, this is going to be Spirit helping you out with your mission and your choice. So journal your feelings as well. For some of you, what I heard is you may be connected to someone. You may be picking up a lot of their energy right now, and for some of you, you do not even know it. For others of you do, that's why you're in hermit mode, okay, and the Spirit being in the reverse is because it really is time. Whatever you have to say, it needs to be heard. You need to speak up. And as well as what I heard is, for some of you, not all of you, okay, but for some of you, if you have been dealing with the kind of person who is always trying to get you to fall in line, and they're trying to browbeat you, your opinion and your voice here, it matters, and it matters a lot. Because what I heard is, they may have done this to other people, they may be doing this to other people, and what I heard is your act of defiance is a show of force. Your act of force, you doing this, it is lighting the way for other people. And what I heard is as well, and take this for what it resonates for you, but you're lighting the way to the kingdom of heaven. So, pretty powerful message here. You are definitely a very spiritual being, a very powerful being, and Spirit is very, very much reminding you to stand tall in your presence, and to have faith in yourself, to have faith in this world. And if you need to call on Archangel Michael or call on Spirit to help you walk through this with faith, then don't hesitate, because that's what they're here for. So that's the message I have. I hope it resonated. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye, guys.